Welcome back, everybody. Now, the Soweto International Film Festival returns this year and will feature documentaries and theatre productions on gender-based violence, the youth uprising and the African stories. Now, this film production leg of the festival aims to use motion pictures to tell different stories of arts and performing artists on the continent with celebrated Hollywood, Sollywood and Nollywood actors, writers and producers. To share more on the festival that's currently underway, we're joined by Dr Zama Qampi, the executive producer of Sollywood, Khaya Ngwenya, who is the festival PRO, and Siya Ndlozi, who is a filmmaker. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And all viewers at home.
Indeed. I'm going to start with you, Dr Zama. Just to take us through Sollywood SA. It's in its fourth installment this year, isn't it?
Yes.
Just take us through yet. For those who've never heard of Sollywood, just take us through what's that all about.
Sollywood is a 4-year-old baby which was started out of passion while we were still working for government.
Yes.
We traveled to Hollywood, we traveled to Nollywood and realized that we need something like this at home. And then we decided to do it in our own style, in our own culture, and in South African style. Right now, we have managed to do 68 books, as you see them here. And then we have also managed to do 5 films. We have managed to do 4 theaters. And also we have done big film festivals throughout the country. Yes. Your Soweto Film Festival, which is this one. We're going to Umlazi Film Festival next week. We're doing National Arts Film Festival. We're doing Makufe. We're doing Khalakhat. We're doing Val and Sadak Film Festival. And also the beauty, yesterday we have launched the biggest awards in the world, which is called Heroes of Africa Awards, in celebrating of the film man, of the Black History Month.
You mentioned these books. I mean, how do these books feature in the festival?
Okay, I'll come in on that.
You go for it.
Yeah, I'm a book publisher and an author. So we've come with something different that we've been studying around. So we've decided to adapt South African book into feature films. So this one, I published it, and then it was adapted into a feature film. It's called Marriage.
Right.
We were screening it yesterday. It's a beautiful book about marriages to help how to build families. And
so basically the films are an adaptation of some of these books. Wow.
And like this one that I'm more interested about, we are screening it today. It's a true story about gender-based violence, and it's been told in a way that it's never been told. So that's what we've decided to do as Sollywood South Africa, to help, because with the books, there are many authors that have not been discovered, and there are many filmmakers that are not. So we decided to bring together the two and make sure that we create employment and we help young people to see and learn, since gender-based violence is a pandemic in our country.
Brilliant stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now, Khaya, I know that the South African story is a beautiful story to be told. So what are some of these stories being told through film, stories that we need to export to the international market?
I think basically it's to give diversity of what lifestyle patterns have been, the struggles, the challenges, and obviously the strengths. So most of the achievements, and I think what Dr. Zama has introduced here through the platform of Soweto Celebrations, to not just anchor around the film festival, but to also understand what Soweto Celebration is trying to achieve.
Oh, yes.
It's trying to bring a vehicle that is going to be serving as an incubator vehicle that is going to drive a force in enhancing all the townships that have been left unattended and only reaching one segment of the private sector.
Okay.
Now, it's engaging and endorsing by force that its historical background of existence, turning 100 in the next 10 years of its centenary, it wants to engage a lot of private sectors to say now is the time to plow back and ensure that you're giving the true sense of the word positive change and development by bringing every event that exists in Soweto to become a calendar and a tour guide to empower tourism. And that is the relationship that it's going to bridge. For example, the events that Dr. Zama has mentioned are part of the vehicle that is going to mobilize tourism to embark effectively, that it gives back. And we have the upcoming event that I need to mention on the 15th of December, at Soweto Country Club, which is called Soweto Golf Day on Jazz. That is something which is going to be an exclusive experience that a lot of people want to be part of. And we do urge also private sectors to ensure that they map their borderlines. It's no longer a platform where we are actually begging for business. Business is open officially. If you've got a business, your big guys, your legends, like your Dr. Kumalas, your Tokus, anyone with a history in the making of Soweto, they have to be playing a mandate and be part and parcel of Soweto celebrations.
Wow.
They
How
have
is
been
Sollywood doing, though? I mean, just compared, well, I know it may be unfair to compare it with Hollywood, but just where are we in terms of reaching that benchmark?
Over the few weeks, Hollywood and Nollywood were here in the country to learn from us. The Heroes of Africa Award was initiated by Sollywood, but we're taking it to them. So all these portraits you can see here, they've been done by students. So each and every year we train 1,000 students through our vehicle called FUBA, the old FUBA, you know. So we've revived it and we've designed this. On the 15th of December, as he's saying, we are going to be saying thank you, Soweto, to everyone who has developed Soweto. And we're going to be giving their own portrait. Wow. And this portrait has been done by our students. The films we are going to be playing are going to be done by students. Tomorrow, when we're saying happy birthday Soweto at Soweto Theatre, we want everyone from Soweto and throughout the country to come and celebrate with us. And then that initiative is an initiative where we say all the musicians from Soweto, they must come and do that. So Sollywood is developing something which has never happened, to make music, theatre, music and film,
entertainment,
and film festivals, and entertainment into one. And now we're going to be, next year, we're also going to be launching our own film museum in the country, because we believe that the story of film is not told enough. And eventually after that, we're going to launch a film city. And then where we're going to say, this is a film city which everyone in the world, when he wants to shoot some big films.
Or just similar to Hollywood.
Yes, but what we're excited about is the young people who are grooming every year. Last year, 89 young people were graduating, not only in South Africa, but also international. The New York Film Academy was here in the country, and Hollywood was here in the country, Nollywood was here in the country. We shot a film and we played yesterday, the film which we have shot. So that's an exciting thing about what we're saying, that we need to appreciate and tell South African story to the world, and it must be told by South Africans.
And just how important is a collaboration like Hollywood in terms of growing the industry here back home?
It is important because when it comes to quality and standard, we're not yet there, but we're getting there as an African continent. But with the collaboration like this one, we've learned a lot when they're capturing the film here in the country over the past few weeks when they were here. So that collaboration is also assisting us, because what we're doing, we're launching Soweto Film Office with the legends from Soweto at Soweto Theatre. So one of the things which we're saying we need to take all the films from Soweto, from the rest of the Africa continent, to Hollywood, to Amazon, and to the rest of the world.
Now, Siya, what are we looking at here? Are we talking of an adaptation of a true story or fiction?
Okay, I'll give you an example. So this one, it's a fiction story. Because this one is a self-help book. So we wrote a screenplay from our But this one, it's a true story. And I wish that young people should learn more, because it happened.
What's that about?
It's A Love by Grace. I'll just read it. It's my husband tried to kill me before committing suicide. So it's a story that happened 20 years ago. And like a woman, Mam Lindiwe Kunene, the author of the book, was married, and then the husband tried to kill her and the family. But with the help of power, she was able to survive. So we are telling a story just to tell people that gender-based violence is not something of today, but it's something that is happening a long time ago. And we're inviting women like her to come and empower women. And another one that I'm interested in, but this one we are still working on it. It's I did it for my father. And when I'm working on these books, sometimes it gets emotional, because there are so many stories that have been told by our mothers that they've never shared. And as a son, and because when I work with them, I call them, I work with them as their son. So we are making sure that we're turning these books, some are fiction and some are true stories, into sort of, and the good thing, in a space of a year, we're able to adapt 5 feature films with the help of the limited resources. So that's why now we're inviting even the Department of Art and Culture, even the Film Commission, and everyone that can assist us to come on board, because if we don't tell these stories, the gender-based pandemic will not stop. But
and
this,
what I quite like about this project is that, the issue of gender-based violence is not only confined to the 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children. I mean, for years to come, this message will still be encapsulated in these projects. Thank you so much for joining us. This is such a brilliant initiative.
thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Before
you.
we leave, I just want to tell you, we want to invite the communities, the viewers out there, and we will give Morning Live viewers tickets to the jazz. Yes, the golf there on jazz. So anyone who wants to get that information and wants to also have a stall so they can activate entrepreneurship for themselves, please come through and you can reach us.
How do they take part?
They can go onto our website, which is www.sowetocelebrations. Alternatively, they can call on 067 273 4952.
Okay, please repeat it.
067 273 4952.
Okay.
But we'll see them in Soweto tomorrow. Today we are at Maponya Mall for Film Festival. And the next week we're at Umlazi from the 1st to the 3rd.
Tomorrow at Market, what's this? Soweto Theatre, 7 Colours.
Yes.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Well, the Soweto International Film Festival will commemorate Youth Day, a historic day for South Africans which honors the courage of youth who participated in the Soweto uprising in 1976.